we've got Laurie in the lesson as well, so if I'm okay with that, I'm not looking at nobody. So lying down on your backs, make your way down to the floor. Keep your knees up, feet planted hip width apart, palms the hands up. Neck nice and long, chin maybe a little bit tucked in, so you feel length through the spine. And we're just going to do some breathing to start with this morning. So if you just lightly place your left hand on your chest and your right hand on your belly. And as you start to deepen your breath, feel that the breath comes into the belly first and draws all the way up to the chest. And then out of the chest, out of the belly. So just using your hands to create awareness, softness of the belly as it inflates with the inhalation. Fill the chest. And then relax, release the air out of the chest and then the belly. So a few more rounds of that in your own time. So one more deep breath like that. All the way up to the top of the lungs, and then empty the lungs, softening the belly, relaxing the back of the body and even more into the mat. And then just releasing the hands, letting them rest down onto the floor again. So hopefully just those few slightly longer breaths, allowing us to feel a bit more centered, a bit more gathered in this place, in this moment. And then if you've got your eyes shut, just open them gently. And we're going to stretch the left leg out, draw the right leg in, hug the knee in towards the chest. So stretching through the hip flexors, maybe the lower back. Good. Really squeeze it. And then from there, we're going to rest the left foot flat on the floor, extend the right leg up towards the ceiling. We're holding behind the thigh, so your leg doesn't have to be straight. So if you can keep your shoulders relaxed, the pelvis relaxed, extending the leg up to the ceiling, drawing the toes towards you to feel a stretch through the back of the calf. And then from there, lifting the left leg up, so the foot's above the floor, the thighs vertical in line with the outstretched leg. We're just going to start warming through the abdominal. So release the hands down now, and keeping the right leg stretched up towards the ceiling, whether it's bent or straight, doesn't matter. I just want you to tap the left toes, put your hands on the belly, put the hands on the belly, and feel the ribs with your thumbs and the base of the belly with your fingers, your little fingers, so the hands are spread out. And then keeping the torso nice and still, I want you to release the left toe down to the floor and give it a little tap on the floor. So you should feel your belly's muscles working as you do that. Bring the knee back up, and then tap back to the floor a little bit further away. And all the time, see if you can keep the torso steady. So there's a bit of Pilates here. Knee up, and then tap a bit further away. And again, tap further away. And then if that's feeling okay on your back, on the next one, bring the knee up and then extend the leg to float about an inch above the floor, either leg straight or slightly bent. Bring the knee in, extend the leg out again. Still keeping control of that sort of cylinder of muscle around the tummy, and stretch the leg out. And then back in once more. Put the left foot down, put the right foot down, and then we'll take it on the other side. So extend the right leg out along the floor, hug the left leg in, squeeze it in, stretching the hip flexors, releasing through the lower back. Really nice big hug in. And then plant the right foot flat on the floor, extend the left leg up. Just taking a bit of a stretch through that leg, drawing the toes towards you. Relaxing down through that left hip. And then placing your hands on your belly now, fingers spread. So you're going to keep the belly drawn in, you're going to keep the ribs drawn in, just lifting the left knee up, so your thighs in line with the right leg. And then tapping the toe down to the floor slowly. Feel the muscles engaged, drawing the knee back up. Tapping a bit further away. So try not to let the belly bulge, so keep the muscles drawing in. So you can feel that it's the tummy that's controlling that knee moving in and out. Tap a bit further away. So in your own time, just drawing the leg further and further away, tapping and drawing the knee in. And then on the last one, the last couple, we're going to extend the leg so it's hovering above the floor. It doesn't have to be round or straight. Keep that control. Feel that the belly's helping to draw the knee in. A couple more like that. Stretch out the leg and float. Draw the knee in. Keep drawing in through the belly and the ribs. Draw the knee in. And then extending the leg and keeping it there. So your legs, your right leg's floating, left leg's lifted up. And then you're going to swap over. So scissor your legs. Keep controlling the belly. And then scissor the other way. Right leg down, left leg up. So 2 more like that. Actually, let's do 4 more like that. Change legs, still drawing the belly in. Change legs again. Nice and slow and controlled. Try not to let the belly bulge. 1 more each side. Good. And then draw one knee into the chest, the other knee into the chest. Give yourself a bit of a hug and sway from side to side. And catching hold of the knees lightly, starting to draw some circles with the knees so you can feel the sacrum having a little massage against the floor. And change directions. Good. And then catching hold lightly behind the thighs, we're going to start rocking ourselves backwards and forwards. So rocking back up and then rolling so the feet are on the floor. And then see if you can release your hands and carry on doing the same. So just using the belly to keep you curled into a tight ball. And then the next time you come up, stopping there. Extending the feet into the air. Hands reaching forwards. And then I just want you to roll onto your right bottom, onto your right side. So you're twisting towards the right. So you're sort of rolling onto the right buttock, using the torso to keep you upright. And then change onto the other side. And change to the right. Keep drawing in through the belly and to the left. Back to centre. And then rocking back up, rocking back, and rocking back up again. Stay there. Roll onto your right buttock. Roll onto the left buttock. Come back to the centre. Rock back. And rock up. We'll do this 2 more times. Roll onto the right buttock. Left side of the torso working. Roll onto the other side. Come back to centre. Draw the belly in. Roll back. And come back up. Last time. Roll to the right. Roll to the left. Come back to centre. Hope you're feeling your belly now. Roll back. And roll up. Come all the way up sitting. Whew. Well done. Good. So come to a cross leg position, and we're going to take a soft forward fold from there. So one shin in front of the other. Remember which one's in front. Just reaching the hands forward, just wherever your body lets you go. Relax the head down. Feeling stretch through the sides of the body. So walk the hands forward. Soften through the lower back. Release the neck. And then coming back up. Change the shins so the other shin's in front. And roll, reaching forwards. Inhaling, exhaling. And coming back up. And this time we're going to roll it all the way over the knees, or whichever way you want to get there to come onto all fours. So coming into a tabletop position, hands under the shoulders, and we'll just take cat-cow to start warming more through the spine. Inhale, draw the chest forwards, exhale, round through the spine. Push through the shoulder blades, inhale. So starting to tune into the breath, exhale, press through the hands, make sure the middle fingers are pointing forwards. 1 more, inhale. exhale. Inhale back to neutral. And then we're going to extend the right leg out behind us along the mat. Lift up the leg, but keep it lengthening, lengthening, lengthening. And then opposite arm, left arm coming up. So big diagonal stretch through the body, all the way from fingertips to toes. Inhaling here. Exhaling with a windmill, the right leg out towards the side. So you can keep it above the ground. Flex the foot, squeeze the bottom. We're going to do lots of bottoms today. Inhale, come back, stretch the arm forward, leg back. Exhale, helicopter, left arm to the side, right leg to the side. Inhale, reach forward. So try not to swing the leg around, try and do it with control. Exhale. Inhale, stretch forward. One more. Exhale, flex the foot. See if you can keep it as high as you can above the floor. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, back onto all fours. Give yourself a child's pose. So bottom comes down to heels. Arms reaching forward. Forehead resting on the floor. Nice deep breath there. Good. Come back onto all fours. We'll take the same other side. So find your tabletop. So you're still lifting that gently lightly through the belly, lifting the ribs away from the floor. Stretch the left leg out, stretch it really long so you're firing up muscle in the leg. And then squeeze the bottom, stretch the leg back, and then reach that right arm forward when ready. Really see if you can feel that stretch through the middle of the center of the body. Good. Inhaling here. Exhaling, arm to the right, leg to the left, flex the foot because that helps you squeeze the bottom off the floor. That's it. Inhale, stretch forward. Exhale, windmill arm and leg. Inhale, take your time, use the breath. Exhale. Two more. Inhale, reach forward and back. Exhale, squeeze the bottom. Bring the leg as far forward as you can above the ground. Inhale, last one. Exhale, squeeze the bottom. Stretch the leg. Inhale, reach forward. And back to all fours. Sit back to child's pose. Let the breath settle again. Inhaling, feel your ribs expand. Exhaling, feel the bottom release down towards the heels. Good. Coming back up onto all fours. And last thing before we come to our feet, we're going to take our hands, walk our hands forward into puppy pose. So you'll leave your hips above your knees. And then just walking the hands forward, feeling the length through the sides of the body, descending the chest towards the mat. So it's a stretch through the shoulders, front of the chest opening. So if you can soften between the shoulder blades. And forehead resting on the mat. So keep your arms active. Feel the muscles hugging to the bones. Good. And then walk the hands back underneath the shoulders. That's what the front half, we're aiming for in the front half of our downward facing dog. So walk the hands a little bit further forward on the mat now. Tuck your toes under, and as you come into downward facing dog, find that same feeling that you did with puppy pose in the front half of your downward facing dog, and then pressing one heel into the mat and then the other. Good, taking your time. And from here, we're just going to come straight into forward fold. So walk the feet towards the hands, nice and slow. And then come into a relaxed forward fold. So chest resting on thighs. Soften through the length of the spine, head nice and heavy. Really feel gravity drawing the crown of the head towards the floor, elongating the spine. So we're going to take a twist here. So keep your forward fold as it is. Plant your right hand so it's kind of in the middle line between your feet. And we're just going to open the left arm up towards the ceiling, but try and rotate through the chest first, and then arm follows. So you're leading with the chest rather than the arm. Keep your knees bent, and then release down. Same on the other side, so left arm into the midline, really rotating the chest towards the side as much as you can, and then the arm just follows as far as the rotation will take you. And back down again. So we'll take that one more time. Right arm in the middle, left arm, chest rotating, and back to center. And the other side, inhale, expand the chest, rotate the chest, reaching out, and then nice fold forward again. Totally let go. And then press, bend the knees a bit more. We're going to come into chair pose. So bend the knees deeply. We're going to bring the hands to prayer in chair pose to start with, so we can get that nice lift in the chest. So you're sitting back into the heels. You can have your feet closer together than usual. Squeeze the thighs together. Lift the chest. Good. Inhale. Reach the arms up. So still feeling that belly drawing in towards the spine, which helps protect the lower back. And then folding forward again from there into a forward fold. Good. Take a breath here. Inhale, exhale. And we're going to do that again. So sitting deeply into a squat, lifting the chest up, sitting back into the heels as deep as you can go. Inhale, stretch the arms up. Exhale, this time we're going to turn left elbow to right knee. So the elbow's resting lightly on the knee and we're twisting again to the side. Good. So from here, transfer all the weight into your right foot, one of your elbows on. And then just see if you can balance so that the ball of your left foot's resting on the mat. And if you feel quite stable there, maybe see if you can just hover the left foot above the floor. You'll have to squeeze the thighs strongly together. Keep twisting towards the side, put the foot down, and fold forwards. Whew. Relax. Release. Let go of the upper body. So once more on the other side, so sitting deeply into that Utkatasana chair pose, bring the chest up first. Lift the belly, tuck the tailbone under, stretching the arms up, and then turning to the other side. So left up, right elbow to left knee this time. Try not to come out of the squat, rotating the chest. And then just before transfer all the weight into the left foot. Keep the thighs squeezing together. Rest the tips of the right toes on the mat to start with. And then we've got your balance, lifting the foot up completely. Using the belly to keep the twist. Put back to the floor, folding forwards, well done. And this time we'll come up to standing, so you can put your feet a bit wider apart now if you want, hip width apart. Bend the knees, and this time rolling the body up. From the base of the spine, through the middle of the spine, shoulders and head. Take a layer off and behind it. Yes, so we're doing lots of bottoms today, I'm afraid. I've been doing too much sitting around. Good. So come into mountain pose and enjoy a couple of moments of stillness. So in yoga we have the nice contrast between movement and stillness. So feel that your feet are planted firmly in the mat. The rest of the body is growing strongly out of those foundations. Crown of the head floating towards the ceiling, shoulders floating down. Just letting the breath settle. Bring the hands to prayer. Inhale, exhale there. And then on the next inhalation, reaching up towards the ceiling. And exhaling, folding forwards, forward fold again. Inhaling to a flat back. So just take a moment there. So you're lifting the sitting bones towards the ceiling, pressing the thigh back. Knees could be slightly bent if that's what you need to keep your flat back. Shoulders rolling back, crown of the head stretching forward. And then as you fold forward, I'm going to step the right leg back. Drop the knee down to the floor. Inhale to sweep the arms up. Shoulders drawing down, hips and pelvis releasing down to the floor into a lunge. Bring the hands to prayer. Twisting again to the left. Right elbow on left knee. So you can either stay there if you're happy there, or if you want to challenge yourself, you can tuck the back toes under, press through the toes of the back foot, lift the leg, thighs so it's straight. See if you can lift the weight out of your elbow, so don't slump onto your elbow, you should almost be able to lift your elbow up. So if you can draw the tummy away from the thigh, good. Dropping the knee down again gently, hands either side of the foot, stepping back, down, facing go. Inhale, exhale here. So bend your knees, remember what it felt like in puppy pose. So you're releasing between the shoulder blades, dropping the chest towards the floor. Good. Inhale to plank. I'll stay there for a moment. So make sure the hips are in line with the rest of the body. And that torso that we woke up with the first exercises, the whole band around your waist supporting the middle of your body. Drop the knees to the floor, bend the elbows, drop the chest. And then lifting the chest, rolling the shoulders back, so your toes and your thighs in contact with the floor, nice and strong. And then pressing all the way up, back to downward facing dog. Good. Step the right leg forward, left leg follows, forward fold. Inhale as you reach up, look up, lift up. Exhale, hands to prayer again. Same on the other side. Inhale. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, flat back. Hands to shins, thighs. Open the chest, roll the shoulders back. Sitting bones lifted behind you. Feel length through the whole spine and then fold forwards. Left leg goes back this time. Take a step back, drop the knee down. Just make sure the front shin is vertical. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Shoulders down, chest lifted. So keep your belly drawing towards the spine so that you can sink down, but you're still supporting the lower back. Good. Hands to prayer. Squeeze your hands together. Draw your hands down the centre line to your breastbone. You might, as you rotate, you might want to come out a bit of your lunge. So rotate towards the right now. Elbow resting lightly on the knee. Draw the belly in to help you rotate. So you're lifting the belly away from the thigh. Elbow resting lightly. And if you did the other side, you can tuck the toes under. Press through the toes of the back foot. Straighten the thigh. Keep that rotation. Deep breaths in and out. Good. Knee back down gently with control. Hands either side of the foot. Step back down, facing dog. Take a breath there. Knees can still be bent if they need to. Send the sitting bones high so you can feel a stretch with the back of the hamstrings. And then coming forward to plank when you're ready. Dropping knees, chest, chin as you exhale. And then thighs and toes pressing into the mat, lifting the shoulders and chest away, and then pressing back up, downward facing dog. Step the left leg in first this time, big step in. Right leg follows, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, press all the way up to the top, and hands back to prayer. Back to Tadasana. Press the hands down, just find that nice balanced standing pose again. Let the breath settle. Reconnect with the feet with the mat. Lightness through the top half of the body. Feel that your roots are growing out of your feet into the mat. Good. Bring the hands to the ground. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, right leg steps back. I'm going to turn the heel across the mat. Use the right arm to lead you up in warrior. So, front heel in line with the instep to the back foot. Sinking as low as you can. Shoulders relaxed, fingers stretched apart. Good. Come into reverse warrior. And I'm going to take a couple of breaths there, stretching through the side of the body. Try not to come out of your lunge. Good. Coming back up. Gently straightening the right leg, the front leg, left leg. Heel toe the back leg a little bit so you're more comfortable triangle pose. And we're going to do reverse triangle, which we don't do very often. So in triangle, really press through your feet. Feel those roots growing out of your feet. So you're lifting up through both legs and then come into reverse, like we do with reverse warrior, but with the legs straight. Big stretch through the side of the body. Keep the feet pressing away. Good. And then we're going to bend the front knee. And we're going to come into side angle pose. So you're going to rest the elbow lightly on the front leg. Arm coming across. So try not to let all your weight sink into the elbow. Don't collapse. Keep pressing through the feet. Good. Come back up to warrior. Straighten the front leg gently. And then reverse triangle again. So press the floor away with the feet. Lifting up that front arm. Stretching through the left side of the body. Good. Take a breath there. See if you can fill the space in between the ribs on the left side. And then coming back up. Bending the front knee. Resting elbow lightly on the knee. Coming into side angle. So don't forget the back foot is still pressing into the mat as well as the front foot. Try to lift out the shoulder, the elbow that's resting on the leg, and then come back up. And then we're going to turn the feet to face forward alongside of our mats. Okay? So feet facing forwards. Actually, turn your toes out to 45 degrees. We're going to start with a squat first. Toes to 45 degrees. Bend the knees so that they're tracking over the toes. And just check in terms of your lower back, if you've got a tendency to swing the lower back out, tuck the tailbone under, don't come out of your bend pose, I can see you. Tuck the tail under. So you've got a nice long spine, feel like your tailbone is sinking down to the mat, bring the hands together. So if this is really hard, then you lift out your bend a little bit, not completely, a little bit. If it's quite easy, come lower. So what we're going to do here is transfer our weight to our right leg. So you're going to sway your weight to your right leg. Walk your other leg in a bit so that eventually you can lift it off and you can tuck your knee behind your right leg. Good. So it's almost like Garudasana. And then we're going to come back to that wide stance. Good. So the other side, transfer your weight. Maybe heel toe that foot a little bit to help you. And so you're able to keep bending that one. So your knee comes in behind the thigh. Oh yeah. Yeah, so knee comes in behind the thigh. Keep going. And then slow motion, reverse back. Good. Straighten the knees for a moment. Relax the hands down. Take the toes forward if you feel that's more comfortable. So we're going to do that one more time. We're going to take it even further. But Marion, this is one I'm not sure you should do for your hips. So just watch me for a second while you get your breath as well. We're going to do the same. We're going to transfer the weight over. We're going to put the knee behind, and then we're going to see if we can slow motion, lower down, 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 and keep that back leg off the floor for as long as possible until we come all the way down to sitting. Okay, and then we're going to take a twist from there, and then we're going to try and get back up again. Mummy, I think you should do it just like we were doing before. So maybe you can do it a couple of times each side without going all the way down. So that might be too much for your hips. Okay, come out of breath. Thighs tracking down over the toes. Sit nice and low like you were before. Long through the spine. Keep breathing. So over to the right first. Transfer the weight to the right. As soon as you can, lifting the left foot up. Tuck that left knee right behind. So you're squeezing your thighs together. And then bend, bend, bend. Try not to drop the foot onto the floor until the last minute. All the way down to the floor. So you've got your right leg on top, your left leg underneath, and your bottom's on the floor. So we've done this pose before. Got there, Laurie? No. That's it, that's it. Okay. So from here, we're going to twist to the right, which is where your top knee is. Hands to prayer, twist to the right. So your elbow's not coming over your knee. You're just using your, instead of often we put an elbow over and use that to twist, we're just going to keep our hands to prayer and use our waist to twist to the right. Inhaling, exhaling. Come back centre. So now we're going to try and get back up again. So you're going to rock forward. You can put your hands on the floor, this is not going to work without it. Your weight's going to come back into that right foot. You're going to see if you can lift that left foot off the floor. And then step back out. Oof. Come back into sumo pose. Don't worry if you're falling all over the place, it's not easy. Right, other side. Transfer the weights, going down is not so bad. So really draw that right knee, tuck it behind the left. Bending, bending, bending. Keep the right foot off the floor as long as possible until you have to land down. So bottom's on the floor, left leg over right. So your bum cheeks on the floor, your left leg's over the top. And then rotating to the left. Keep the hands to prayer so it's rotating through the waist. Using your muscles of the torso to twist you. One more breath here. Come back to centre. And then let's see if we can get back up again. So I'm going to try with my hands still in prayer, but you can put your hands on the floor if you need to. So you're pressing strongly through that left foot, lifting the right foot off the floor as soon as you can, and then stacking the right back out to find your way back into that squat. Good. And then straighten the legs. Well done. Turn the toes to face forward. Hands on the hips, and we're going to take a forward fold from here. So flat back to start with. Crown of the head stretching forward, length through the spine. You can even hold onto the crease at the top of your thighs. Roll the thighs outwards, lift the tailbone up high behind you. And then release all the way down now, as far as you're going to go. So feet still strongly grounded through the mat. Feel your roots reaching down underneath the mat into the floor. But the upper body's totally relaxed. If you're quite flexible, you might want to bring your hands back in line with your feet to help bring the head down, or you can even catch hold behind your heels to try and draw the chest towards you. Get your breath back. And then from here, we're going to turn all the way to the right. So you're over the right side, you're over your right foot, hands outside your right foot. So we're going to finish off the sequence, hand side of the foot. Step back, down facing dog. Take a breath there. Inhale to plank again. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, or if you've got the energy, coming down in a straight line, chaturanga, elbows tucked in. Inhale, rolling shoulders back, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. And then either stepping right foot forward, then left foot, or if you want to jump this time, bending the knees, hopping lightly, feet between the hands, forward fold. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, hands to prayer. So same the other side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, left leg back. Rotate the heel across the mat. Left hand leads you up into warrior on the other side. So be aware of the feet again. Be aware of the belly. Drawing in, tucking the ribs under to support your centre of your body, and then the arms and legs radiating out from that strong centre. Good. Coming into reverse warrior, stretching through the right side of the body now. Taking a breath there, into the right side of the body. And then coming back up to warrior. Gently straighten the front knee, heel toe will be waved in. I'm going to have a slightly narrower stance from reverse triangle. So just keep your hips central within the pose. Both feet pressing down evenly into the mat. Feel like you're pressing with the base of the big toe. And then from that, lifting into reverse warrior. Lovely stretch through the side of the body. If you're feeling anything in your knees, then do a micro bend in the knees. Come back up, bend the front knee. Elbow lightly on front thigh. Reaching across the side angle pose. So again, not too much weight in that elbow, lightly resting. Come back up to warrior. Straighten the front knee with control. Reverse triangle. Take a breath here. And come back to centre. Bend the front knee. Elbow to knee. Stretching the arm over. Nice long line between the outside edge of the back foot and the hand. Coming back up. And rotating, turning to face alongside the mat. Toes facing forward again. Deep breath there. And then turn the toes out 45 degrees. I'm not going to make you do that again, but we'll do something similar. So squatting down through the centre line. Just going to take some nice deep breaths here. Inhale. Exhale, draw down the centre line, maybe come a bit lower in your squat. Inhale, reach the arms wide. Squeeze the bottom. Exhale, press the hands together, drawing down the resistance through the centre line. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, draw down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, draw down. Good. Turning towards the left foot. Hands on the side of the mat. Other side of the foot, sorry. Step back, down facing dog. Take a moment there to collect yourself. So weight balanced evenly between the feet and the hands. Good. And then coming forward to plank. On inhalation, exhale, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, child's pose. Sit all the way back, bottom to heels, forehead on the mat, arms extended forward, tailbone softening towards the heels. Nice deep breath, feel the back of the ribs, the side of the ribs expand as you inhale. Good. So coming back up to downward facing dog again, we're just going to make our way to standing. So lift the hips back into downward facing dog. Hopping the feet between the hands or stepping one leg and then the other. Folding forwards. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, fold forwards. Sorry, exhale, hands to prayer. Rest the hands down. Come back to mountain pose. Close the eyes or open the eyes, whichever feels best. Feeling that warmth, that energy that you generated through your body. Nourishing it. Hydrating it. And opening the eyes gently. So we're going to finish the standing section with a couple of balancing poses. So the first one, we're going to come into a T balance. So we're going to reach the hands behind us, interlace the fingers, stretch the arms away, roll the shoulders back, feel the shoulder blades coming together behind you. Taking the weight into the left foot. So reach the right foot back so the ball of the foot's resting on the floor. And then it's just as we were doing on the mat, you're extending that leg away, 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 and then tilting the front half of the body towards the mat. So you're coming towards 90 degrees. And keep breathing if you can. So arms reaching away, crown of the head reaching forward, leg reaching back. Staying with it for a couple more breaths if you can. And then releasing the leg down. Both feet flat on the floor. Release the arms away. Standing back in the centre. Good. Then we'll take that on the other side. So interlace the fingers the unusual way. So the next slot down your fingers. Roll the shoulders back, lift the chest. Openness across the front of the body. Weight into the right foot. Just lift that left foot off where you get your balance. So the roots of your right foot really descending into the mat. And then stretch that left leg away. Reach the crown of the head forward. So really stretching helps keep your balance. Planting the base of the right toe firmly into the mat. Staying here for a couple more breaths if you can. And coming back standing. Release the arms off. Moving through the hips if you need to. And then our last standing pose will help stretch out through the buttocks that we've been working quite hard today. So what we're going to do is we're going to bend deeply through the left leg. And we're going to cross the right ankle across that knee. So you have to bend the knee a bit to create yourself a shelf. That's it. So you put the right ankle across and keep the foot flexed if you can so the ankle doesn't sickle. Bring the hands to prayer. So either stay there or bend the knee more. So you'll find the more you bend the knee, the more you'll feel a stretch through your right buttock. Keep the chest lifted. Keep breathing. Go as deep as you can into that stretch. And either staying here if you're happy, or you can try tilting forward so that your fingertips come to rest lightly on the mat, which brings you even deeper into that stretch in the right buttock. Coming back up if you went down. Chest lifting again. And coming out of it, unwind, release. And that's a lovely stretch, that one. Good. Coming back standing, weight evenly between the 2 feet. And then take it on the other side. So bending deeply through the right leg. Crossing the left ankle on top, foot flexed, knee pressing out to the side. Bring the hands to prayer, lift the chest. And then just experimenting with how far you can sink down, feeling the stretch coming to the left buttock now. Keep breathing, try not to hold your breath when you're balancing. And then staying there if you're happy, or if you want to do the other side, tilting forwards, things resting lightly on the mat. Inhale, lift back up. Sit deeper if you can, if you're still there. And then release off. Well done. Give your legs a shake. Well done. So we're going to come down via a squat. So bring your feet nice and wide on the mat. Toes probably 45 degrees again. Nice. Come down nice and slowly into a squat. So just one more little bit of work in the buttocks. Press with the feet, see if you can lift yourself out of the squat a bit. So for your thighs firing up. And then sink back down again. One more time, squeeze the bottom, lift up a bit, and then sink down. And then enjoy that. So length with the tailbone, knees on the inside of the elbows towards the inside of the knee if you can. Lifting the chest if you can. Breathing nice and slow and steady. And then come all the way down onto the mat. And bring the feet, soles of the feet together in Baddha Konasana. Well done. So we're just going to do some dynamic moves here. So holding onto your feet, just going to do a little flapping of our butterfly wings, as they say in kids yoga. So just a nice sort of rhythmic bouncing of the legs, bringing some warmth into those hip joints. Keep going, keep flapping, a bit faster. And then release. Just feel those sensations that follow. So in this pose, you're relaxing the hips away, letting go of the hip joints, feeling the spine rising tall out of the pelvis. Good. And then we're going to stretch the right leg out towards the side. Keep the left leg tucked in. So you can draw the toes of the right foot towards you. And then we're going to lift opposite arm up. And we're going to come into a side stretch. So you're stretching through the side of the body over towards that outstretched leg. You're not trying to get anywhere in particular. So you're rotating the chest towards the right. Good. Take one more breath there. And coming back up. And this time I'm going to turn the torso all the way over that right leg. So you're twisting the chest over the extended leg. And then we're going to fold forward from there. So this time your shoulders are sort of more over the extended leg. So soften through the spine. So your hands might be on your shin. You might be able to catch hold of your foot. Nice deep breath in. Nice deep breath out. Inhaling, coming back up. Unwinding and changing legs. So bring that leg in carefully. Left leg out to the side. Toes lifted towards you. So see if you can get both sitting bones evenly down on the floor so that there's a tendency for that left hip to lift up. Stretching out opposite arm. Reaching long through the side of the body. So you're not trying to get down towards the leg, you're trying to get long through the body. Other hand can rest on the inside of the thigh. See if you can breathe into that side of the body. Length out of the waist. Good. Come back up. And then rotating the torso over the outstretched leg. And then coming down on the other side of the leg. Softening through the spine. Head heavy, neck relaxed. Inhaling deeply, exhaling, releasing into the stretch. Coming back up to center. Stretching both legs out. So we're seeing if we can sit on our sitting bones. So you can press the hands into the floor behind you to lift the chest, but not to lift the shoulders. So if you feel like you're rolling back a bit, you can use the hands to help support you. So you're sitting up nice and straight, legs extending out to the side. You might only be here, that's fine, wherever your hips will allow them to go. See if you can lift the chest. Good. And then coming up to sitting, and then a forward fold here, very gently, seeing where you get to. So you can rest the hands in front of you, or you can come onto the forearms. See if you can keep the legs active. Two more deep breaths here. Letting go, just giving your hips permission to let go, inner thighs permission to relax. And then come back up. And this time we're going to bring the left leg in. And then we're going to bring the right leg over the top of it. So just as we were doing in our sort of dynamic pose. Those two. And then if you can also bring that leg all the way across. So the top leg, your foot can either be flat on the floor, or it can come across so the knees are stacking on top of each other. So again, you should feel the stretch in the buttock of the top leg. We're just going to finish stretching through the shoulders. So right arm, you on right arm up? Yes. No, look, right arm up. And dropping the hand down the centre of the back. So remember to try not to sort of squash your neck down with your arm. Keep the elbow lifted away. Opposite arm comes out to the side. Stretching long, back of the hand towards me to help you reach up the back. Catching hold of the hands or catching hold of your clothes. Opening through the chest and relaxing down through the pelvis. Good. And then either staying there if you're happy, that's enough for you, or you can tip forward a bit, bring the stretch more into the buttock, keep the elbows lifted away, bowing towards the top knee, coming back up, releasing the arms, and changing legs. So other leg on top now, so your top foot's either resting on the floor like that, or if you can, bring the foot over all the way, then do. Either's good. See if you can release both sides of the bottom down to the mat. So if you're really lifting off in that pose, then bring the leg back like that. And then just letting the pelvis settle towards the mat. Rooting down now, not for your feet, but for your sitting bones. Left arm up now. Dropping the hand down the back. Using the other arm just to encourage the stretch. Then keep the neck released. And then reach the other arm as far as long as it will go, rotating the back of the hand towards me. Joining the hands together behind you. Pelvis heavy, chest lifting. Breath coming into all the way to the top of the lungs. And then folding forward to the other side. And lifting back up again when you're ready. Releasing the arms, releasing the legs, and making your way back down to the mat. So feet flat on the floor, you can roll down through the vertebrae. Feel my tummy muscles, hope you can. Releasing all the way down to the floor, we're just going to finish with setu bandha, which is the half bridge. So bring the feet parallel, hip width apart, quite close to your bottom. And then pressing through the feet, lift the hips, lift the pelvis, lift the chest. You can roll the upper arms underneath you, the shoulders underneath you, interlace the hands if you can, don't worry if you can't. And then either staying there or lifting the right knee up towards the ceiling, extending the right foot up towards the ceiling, keeping the hips parallel and lifted. And foot back down if you get it up. Press through both feet, lift the hips, and then left knee up to the ceiling, left foot up to the ceiling. Really press through that right foot, lift the hips, foot back down to the floor, lift both hips one more time, and then releasing your interlace if you had one, rolling back down from the top of the spine, all the way to the base of the spine. Drawing the knees lightly in towards you, and then spreading the arms wide, letting the knees roll down to the right. And then being still. Coming back to centre on inhalation. Exhale, legs down to the left. And then just be still. Inhale back to centre.
Keep talking, Rosina. We've got no picture.
Okay, hug the knees in. And we're going to come down into Shavasana now. So if my phone runs out of battery or I lose you, then stay in Shavasana for as long as you want. I'll keep going until my phone gives up. So extending the body out along the mat, releasing, letting go. No need to hold on to any effort now.
You're back on.
So releasing and relaxing both legs, releasing the soles of the feet, the calves, the back of the knees, the thighs and the buttocks. You've been working hard. Relaxing the wrists, the elbows, the shoulders, shoulder blades. Feeling the breath flowing freely into the lungs. And as you release, exhale, soften the body some more. Relax the face and the jaw. Relax the eyes. Rest back in the stillness. The whole body soft and spacious. Feeling yourself very much connected with the world around you. Feeling the air touching your skin. The warmth of your body as it connects with the mat. So when you're ready, just starting to move the body a little bit. Stretching the fingers and toes. Bringing some movement back into the body gently. Hugging your knees in. Rolling over to your right side. Just resting there for a moment. And then pushing your way back up to sitting when you're ready. So I hope that the relaxation at the end made all that hard work worthwhile.
Oh, gosh.
Bring the hands to prayer. Namaste. Thank you, everybody.